So if you can see my screen very well, this is Instagram page. Um, this is the computer view of the Instagram page. You understand? And these are different posts that we have published already on Instagram. You understand? When you look at your left-hand side here, you will see home, Reels, messages, search, notification, create, dashboard, profile, and more. You understand? When you click on more, it brings you to this section where you see settings, your activity, saved, switch appearance, report, thread, switch account, right? However, we are more interested in terms of running ads on Instagram. So if you look at my screen very well, this particular video, I published it yesterday, and it's telling me boost reel. This one boost post. So boost post. So when you publish a content on Instagram, you have the opportunity to either boost it as a reel or boost it as a post. You understand? So if I click on this particular video right now, you will see that this particular video here, listen. So if you look very well, you will see that Instagram is telling us that we should boost this reel. You understand? So all I need to do is to click on boost reel. When I click on boost reel, you will notice it said reel must be less than 90 seconds to be boosted as ad. Choose a different reel to create an ad. So when you want to boost a reel or a video on Instagram, you have to ensure that it's less than 90 seconds. You understand? Anything more than that, it will not run. To get. So now let's look for one that is less than 90 seconds. If you look at this one here, I just clicked on it, this particular one. So this is it here. Then you will see boost reel. I'll click on boost reel. When I click on boost reel, it brings me to this page. Choose how you had like to boost on Instagram, with a Facebook ad account or without a Facebook ad account. You understand? So if you watch here, it said with a Facebook ad account, Instagram will use your saved payment method and ad settings from your Facebook ad account to set up ads on Instagram. Anyone with access to this Instagram account can use this Facebook ad account for ads. You understand? So um, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, their threads, all of them are one family. You understand? And we have Facebook ad account. Facebook ad account comes with a lot of features that you can actually explore when setting up ads. You understand? On Instagram or Facebook. However, if you watch here, it said without a Facebook ad account. So if we want to set up this app without a Facebook ad account, then we'll select this particular without a Facebook ad account. You understand? Keep your Facebook and Instagram accounts separate. You will need to add new payment info and reset ad settings. Then I will click on continue. When I click on continue, it will take me to a new page. And that new page that is going to take me to is the page where we are going to now set up all our parameters. You understand that we need to run this particular word campaign. So if you look here very well, I hope you are still seeing my screen. So if you look here very well, it said introducing campaign. You can now boost multiple ads at the same time on the same budget. It said try it now, not now. You understand? So it brings you to this particular page. When it brings you to this particular page, you will see what do you want people to do when they see your ad. Visit your profile, best for brand awareness and follows. Visit your website, best for online sales, bookings, and helping people learn more about you. Message you. There are some brands that when you contact them on Instagram, you can send them direct message and it takes you to their Instagram page, message box, or WhatsApp message box. Then this one said a mix of action based for multiple goals, including engagement, follows, and more to help drive overall performance. You understand? So for me, I always like visit website. You understand? So when I click on visit website, you will see it has my website URL already there. And that is the same thing you are going to see when somebody's account is open two places. So if I click on message, it's going to ask, do you want to send people to your Instagram message inbox or do you want WhatsApp? You understand? Or do you want them to contact you in terms of call to action? If I click on contact us, then they can call or they can also reach out to us via inbox. Or do you want to learn more? Anytime you see any advert showing on social media, there must be a call to action. Either you see send message, contact us, learn more, see details, or book now. If you are dealing with maybe a short let apartment, then you'll be dealing with book now. If it's or check availability. If it's a restaurant, you are going to be dealing with order now. You understand? So if you watch it very well, this is it. Then we have this one that talks about a mix of action. If I click on it, then that means there is no preferred goal, but we are looking at engagement, follows, and much more. You understand? I will pick on visit your website. Do you get? And this is how the advert is going to show. Yeah, you understand? So now the next thing we have to talk about is special requirements. Review this if your ad is about credit, employment, housing, social issue, election, or politics. So 2027 election is coming up in Nigeria. So most of the top politicians that want to run adverts can select elections or what politics. But however, we're not contesting any election right now. You understand? So who should see this ad? If you watch it very well, they said people similar to your followers. So already existing followers, the system will be able to tag people that look like already existing people following your brand. You understand? Or you create your own. You understand? So I can click here to create my own. So when I click on create my own, it will bring me to this page. Use Advantage Plus audience. Automatically find and update audience whenever it's likely to improve performance. This one deals with AI, but I'm not really interested. You understand? Because you can select this, and at the end of the day, they will just gently mess up your fonts for you. So I can come here and click and add Hillsoft EdTech. Then locations. I'll click here. Where do I want to target? I want to target just Lagos, Nigeria. I want to target Abuja, Abuja City. You understand? The more I selected Lagos, Nigeria, Abuja, and the estimated number of audience that we're going to target is between 3.1 million to 3.6 million. Any question?
No, sir. No, sir. You can go ahead.
Now, I will select Port Harcourt because I'm more interested in cities that I believe people have possessing power to do business with me. Port Harcourt. Nyesom Wike and his group. Port Harcourt City, yeah. So 3.44 million, you understand? Then I will click on what? Save. Do you get? Then the next thing is going to be interest. You understand? I will click on edit. Then I can search for education. You understand? Postgraduate education. I can set university higher education. People that are interested in all these. Masters of Business Administration, master's degree, business school. You understand? Bachelor's education. Then if you watch, when I selected Abuja, Lagos, and Port Harcourt, the total number was between 3.1 million to 4 million. But now that I've narrowed down the interest to people that are interested in post-graduation education, university higher education, Master of Business Administration, master's degree, these are different interests, you understand? If you watch, the audience size has reduced from that 4 million to 1.2 million and to 1.5 million. You understand? Then I will click on what? Save. So now that I've clicked on save, then they're asking me for age range. So if you watch it very well, I can select age range from maybe 30 years old because students that are people that are in this particular class are between 25 to 30, but let's just say 30. You understand? Then in terms of we don't expect somebody in 65, we expect somebody in 65 to also pursue masters. You understand? But I don't need to gamble my advertising money for such kind of age. I will reduce to 45. You understand? Then male and female. Then I will click on. If I go down, you see now that we have reduced this to between the age of people between the age of 30 to 45, you notice that the number of estimated audience has reduced from 1.2 million to 1.5 million to 566,000 to 662,000. You understand? Then I'll click on what? Save. You understand? So when I click on save, the next thing that I will say is going to be what budget do I want to spend? What is your ad budget? You understand? So the system naturally tells me that I can spend between $5 daily. You understand? But I don't really have that $5 daily. You understand? So I can decide to reduce the budget to maybe $2 daily. So if I reduce the budget to $2 daily, then that means the estimated daily impression will be between 4,000 to 7,000. And remember that impression is the number of times we estimated your advert will be on screen. This metric is estimated and is based on performance from the last 28 days. You understand? Impression is the number of times your adverts can be shown on the screen of this our audience. You understand? However, if we are buoyant and we have enough money, you understand, we can decide that, do you know what? We are ready to spend at least $20 every day. You understand? So if we're spending $20 every day, then that means we're going to reach an estimated audience of what? Between 37,000 to 68,000 people. You understand? So the Igbo people said you have to have the mind to eat money. When you make money, you should be able to have the mind to eat the money. You understand? That is the same thing with advertising. Do you get? When you want to run an advert, you have to have a certain kind of mindset in running that advert. And especially if you know that you made some profit from a customer online, you need to bring out some money and invest in running adverts. You understand? And now we're doing $20 daily. So they're telling us that we're going to reach a total of what? 37,000 to 68,000 people on Instagram on a daily basis. You understand? So imagine doing it for straight 5 days. You understand? The brand awareness of the brand is going to be very massive. You understand? It's going to be very massive. So I can reduce it back to $3 daily, and then I will come down. They said run this ad until I post it. So you can decide that you want to run this advert until you decide to post it in the next 2, 3 months, or you can decide to set what a time, what duration. So I can decide to say I want to run this advert in the next 6 days or in the next uh, 28 days. You understand? So when I'm done, then that means in the next 28 days, I'll be spending a total of what? $87. And the total number of times our advert is going to be shown to our audience is between 172,000 to almost 320,000. You understand? Times estimated impression that we're going to get. Then I will now click on what? Boost Reel. You understand? So when I click on Boost Reel, it will take me to a page where it will tell me to what? Read some like non-discrimination policy. I'm not discriminating anyone, and I'll click accept. Then it will take me to a page where I will put my card details. You understand? To start running the ads. Do you get? So that is it for now for setting up Instagram ad. So if you look here, you can see add your payment card. I'll put here my payment card, select country and currency, Nigeria, currency US dollars. It also, we have Naira here, but I always like dealing with dollar because I'm not sure if the Naira card is going to be accepted. Then I'll click on next. Then it will bring me to this particular page where they will ask me business location and currency, Nigeria, US dollar, then business and tax information. Then if I want to pay with my PayPal or I want to pay with my debit card, then if it is debit card, I will click on next and it will bring this interface for me to put my name of my card number, month, CVV, and then I will save, and that is it. You understand? So this is it on how to set up and run an ad on Instagram. It is straightforward and it's not difficult to do. You understand? And one thing about running ad on Instagram is uh, it's very simple and straightforward. All you need to do is to ensure that you have actually set up, what will I say, you have your interest, you understand, you have your interest, you know the country you want to target, and you know the audience you want to target, and you know the money, the amount you want to spend in running that advert. You understand? If truly I want to run an advert right now on Instagram, I have this particular one is the one I want to run. You understand? This particular one. Because recently we currently got into partnership with Unicaf, you understand, as one of their partners in Nigeria. So is the one I'm going to run, and um, and that is it. You understand. So Instagram is very simple, and this is the interface. You can follow people. You can also check for notification if there's any notification or people liking your post or sharing your post on the platforms. You understand? Yeah. So that is it. And is there any question in terms of running advert on Instagram?
Mr. Michael, it's actually best to
Yes.
use the desktop kind of view. Maybe using a laptop to run this ad than may say a mobile device, right?
Yes. Yes. So you are sure of what you are selecting and what you are doing. Like you saw while we use this desktop, you're able to see everything as it is. You understand? So it's very, very important that that is done. You understand? So all these things you are seeing, all this creative design you are seeing here was done using AI. You understand this post? You get, but the videos were done naturally by a video editor. You understand? Yeah. So that is it in running adverts on Instagram. And the next class we're going to talk about.
There's another question, please.
Okay,
Sorry.
you can ask.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. What I would like to ask is this ads that we are running. I want to believe that it's something that we can also run via Meta Ads. And
Yes, yes.
my question now is, I think the last time logging into the Meta Ads, I wanted to run something via Facebook. And what the payment method that was used was actually Naira. It's something that has worked for people. They use Naira too instead of dollars, and they run it very well. And so, what I observed is the payment method. So, there's a place that you can do a transfer, there is a place that you can add your card, but I did not add card because it was not going. I had to use bank transfer, and it went into the funds account. There's a place that you'll be seeing the funds on Meta Ads Manager. But at the end of the day, I could not run it even after funding the account. The money is stuck in there, and I don't know if there is something that can be done. But I want to just know that yes, definitely we can run on Meta Ads, which can also go to Instagram, Facebook, or wherever platform we want to have our ads.
Yes, it can be done. Your money is still there. Maybe when I come physically for the training, then I will check to confirm what is the issue. But your money is still there, and even if the system do not allow you to run your ad, you can also request for a refund. You understand? Yeah. So that is it. And with Facebook Manager, that was why when we wanted to set up this particular ad, the system was telling us, do we want to run the ad with Facebook Manager? Do we want to run the Instagram ads on Facebook Manager or without Facebook Manager? You understand? Yeah, but I wanted to separate the knowledge. Do you get? And on Facebook Manager, if you watch in the last class, we connected uh, Facebook and Instagram together. You understand? And if you connect Facebook and Instagram together, you can be able to run advert on Facebook and target your audience on Instagram. You understand? So that is a very powerful combination. So that is the end of class for Instagram. I would like each and every one of you in this class
Sorry,
to,
please. Sorry,
okay?
please, before you move on, because I want to ask something based on what she has said, right? Because looking at this, the meta ads, the whole meta ad scheme is not as complex as and targeted as Instagram or Facebook, right? So I don't know if because most times because our accounts are linked, our Instagram and Facebook is linked to our WhatsApp business. That's why we can even do meta ads to begin with, meaning you are running from WhatsApp business, but you're also showing the ads on Facebook and Instagram. But it's not as the WhatsApp business platform, because we do that a lot. We use that frequently. It's not as targeted majorly as I'm saying this. So I'm saying, what would you even advise? That, oh, is that bad? Because me, I'm looking at this. I'm saying, okay, maybe this is even much more better in terms of okay, you are going to Facebook, going to Instagram to run your ads rather than just using Meta ads from WhatsApp business to go on those three platforms. Do you understand my question?
I would advise that you use Facebook and Instagram to run your ad direct, even though WhatsApp is fine. You understand? But always use the system or the technology platform that can give you options of targeting. If you watch very well, when we selected Port Harcourt, Abuja, and Lagos, the total number of audience size that the platform showed us that we can target was between 3 million to 4 million people, audiences. You understand? Then we went further and selected the different interests, you understand, in terms of education. And after selecting that, it reduced to 1.2 million to 1.5 million. And now we went further to now select in terms of gender, age and age and
Okay, but it's not as detailed.
yeah, the demographics. You understand the demographics. So looking at the demographics now, we selected age between age of 30 to 45. From that 1.5 million, it reduced to 560 something thousand. You understand? So this is how to use this technology platform to what trim, filter out all those people that are not really interested or does not have the financial capacity to buy your product. You understand? You guys should not, a lot of marketers will just sit down and say, oh, wow, you can run ad on Instagram. You click bam, 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 bam. They will say, Instagram will say, WhatsApp will say your ad is running, but your ad will now start being shown to bandits, Boko Haram members then in Sambisa Forest. Some will be telling you hello, hello. Is because of what you did not do your targeting very well. You understand? So it's expedient that you use platforms, Facebook Manager, Instagram account that can help you to filter and run targeted ads to specific what individuals. In fact, I'm going to share with you all after this class a buyer persona. A buyer persona is like profiling your target, profiling your customer that you want to target using your ads. You understand? Yeah. So that is it. It's all right. Thank you very much. If there's any
Sorry,
question,
sir.
you can.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Okay, based on what you said now, so are you saying that we cannot run these ads via Meta manager ads?
You can run it, but what I'm saying is use platform that can give you opportunity for good targeting. You understand? Use
Because I
the
know that
use
Meta ads also have all of these things that you said.
you can use meta. In fact, the hold on, the meta ad you are talking about, right? Meta is combination of both Facebook, Instagram, Thread, WhatsApp. You understand? So from the meta ad, you can do your profiling, you can run your ad. But I myself, from my experience, I always prefer using laptop. I'm seeing what I'm doing, setting it up very well. You understand? So it's not the one that they will give me 3 steps for me to do my selection and tell me my ad is running. Do you understand? I don't use phone number, my phone to set up ad. I use computer to ensure that I do the right selection. I'm targeting the right interest, the right audience, the size, everything. You understand? Yeah. So you can use Meta Ad. You guys have been using Meta Ad. You can use Meta Ad, but always try to use your laptop. Go through your Facebook Manager. There's a reason why they said go through. Do you want to use your Facebook Manager to run your Instagram ads? You understand? Let me go back to Google Ads. When you guys did your training on Google Ads, Google told you we have smart uh, campaign settings. Then we have an account, Google ad account for expert business professional. You understand? They set up those two platforms with something in mind to give experts more features in terms of running their campaign. You understand? And more flexibility. Do you get? Yeah, so that is it. So we're going to LinkedIn ads right now. Um, if there's any question, you can still share it.
Okay. You can go ahead, sir. Very true. So you were good.
So can you see my screen?
Yes.
So if you can see my screen very well,